Hello, soldiers of the Wyoming Army National Guard. I wanted to take an opportunity here today and during this time when we're seeing such an increase in infections across our state from the coronavirus to talk a little bit about what it means to wear this uniform in the face of a pandemic. I know that there are lots of different perspectives and opinions and even politics that have entered into this discussion around this pandemic. What I'm here to tell you is that if you wear this uniform, all of those differing perspectives and different political opinions about this particular pandemic are really irrelevant. What our job is, as soldiers in the Wyoming Army National Guard and the United States Army, is to remember that we're a standards-based organization, and we owe it to ourselves, our families, all of our fellow service members to be responsible about how we deal with this pandemic. There are many health experts out there that we can rely on today that give us great information on the things that we can do to mitigate the spread of this particular coronavirus. We know that wearing face coverings, keeping distance of 6 feet or greater, and washing our hands and practicing good hygiene are things that all of us can do to make sure that we are doing our level best to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. There's a lot of reasons why this is important to us. First, I'll tell you that whether you realize it or not, all of you are leaders in your community, regardless of your rank, because of the fact that you wear this uniform. People look up to you. You have a leadership role, and people pay attention to your actions and your words and how you deal with and how you behave in the face of this pandemic. The second reason that it's important for us to practice this advice that we've received from health experts is to make sure that we don't become victims and require the valuable resources that are needed across our state to deal with all of our citizens that find themselves inflicted with coronavirus. If we ourselves become infected, we are taking up valuable hospital space, we are taking up valuable resources and doctors and nurses, and I can tell you that if one of my family members, or any of my citizens require treatment at a hospital, I want those resources and those hospitals available for them for things that aren't related to coronavirus, for those ailments that happen every day, for those accidents that happen, car crashes, other injuries that require hospitalization. We owe it to our citizens to make sure that those resources remain available and that we're not part of the reason that those right now are really being stretched thin. The other reason that it's very important for all of us to practice these important measures is to make sure that we're ready. We need to be ready. We need to be at a higher state of readiness in case our governor calls and needs us for a state mission, especially facing what we're facing here today. So the Sergeant Major and I are here today. Sergeant Major's with me. He's more than 6 feet apart right now, so you can't see him on the camera. But we are here today to ask all of you to consider these things and to lead from the front as we battle an enemy. This is a little different enemy than what we're used to having to train to fight. But this is truly an enemy that's having an impact on our state and on our force. I'm proud of the fact that we have maintained a level of infection that's lower than the general population, but only with continued vigilance and continuing to focus and remember that we're a standards-based organization will we be able to continue to maintain that. I thank all of you for what you do each and every day. Ride for the brand.